What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion, Season 1, Episode 7, I believe we're on. So, we pick up where we left off with the whole, season, oh no, it's Episode 5. I don't know why I thought it was Episode 7. Episode 5. So, we pick up, we have Mimi talking to, Sin and Jonathan is talking about why he has to leave. And I understand where Jonathan is coming from. He's like, listen, I used an example. I was comparing, he said, listen, I was comparing being gay and the struggle with being gay to, being black. And if somebody said to you, you're too gay, you're too black, like, how would that make you feel? He was like, I wasn't, but for them to try to take that and turn that into me being racist, he was like, listen, I'm gay and I'm Latino. Like, I get the minority thing. He was like, so I wasn't trying to lessen it. I wasn't trying to make it not, like, take something away from it. He was like, and for them to try to make it seem like that's what I was doing, that's not fair. He said, and, I'm not going to sit here and just allow myself to be called a racist. Like, I'm not going to do that. Now, I understand where he's coming from, but for my part, I'm like, that's all the more reason for you to stay. Because what you don't want is for that to be people's lasting impression of you. For people who don't know you. Now, for the people who know you and they cool with you or whatever, that's one thing. But for people who don't know you, you don't want that to be people's last interaction with you. So, Jonathan was like, yeah, nah, I gotta go. And Sin told Mimi, well, if he leave, I'm leaving. And she was like, I get it. That's your ride or die. Like, I get it. So, the next morning, we see Mimi talking to Shekinah. Shekinah is being Shekinah. Like I said, I don't know why she is here. She is like a grumpy old lady. Like, I don't understand what her problem is. Brooke says she needs some D. And you know what, Brooke? I'm with you. I think she need a good old smack 'em up, flip it, rub it down. Because, girl, you just mad at the world. Like, you just mad. So, she was talking about Erica and Safari and how that confuses her. One minute they mad, the next minute they in love. Girl, that's what love is. Okay? That is what love is. Then Jonathan and Sin go and talk to I'm going to say it was the New York crew. Because it was basically, it was Rich, Booby, Peter, and then Yo-Yo was there. And Sin tells them what happened. Sin's telling them about the conversation with Cisco and how, Cisco was trying to make it seem like Sin was trying to play him because he was hanging out with Booby. And she was like, I don't even know what he's talking about. Like, this was about a song. I don't know. Booby was like, I don't know how I got in this. And she was like, neither do I. Like, Booby don't have nothing to do with my beef with Cisco. And he was trying to make it seem like I was trying to make him jealous or something like that. And, Rich and them was like, listen, Cisco, he was wilding. He was wrong. Like, don't let that be the reason that you leave. So then they were saying the same thing about Jonathan. And they were telling Jonathan, listen, you need to talk to Erica. Like, don't leave like this. That's all the more reason, and Jonathan was like, I know they know that I'm not a racist. Like, this is my crew. These are my people. Like, I know they know who I am and they know my character. He said, but I'm just the energy. I don't want to argue. I don't want that. Like, that's the energy is just off for me. Ultimately, we see Jonathan go back to the room talking to Sin. He realizes, hey, I can't leave because then I won't get paid. No, I'm sorry. I can't leave because I invited Stevie J, and that's kind of messed up for me to invite Stevie J here and then not be here when he gets here. So I'm thinking about staying. I mean, a large part of me still wants to leave, but there's a part of me that, I do still kind of want to stay. But ultimately, he ends up staying. Y'all know he ends up staying. Anyway, so it's Jamaican Day. Everybody's on the bus on their way to the beach because Safari is hosting. He's got Jamaican music, Jamaican food, and all that good stuff. And y'all know how. Listen, we can say a whole lot of things about Safari, but Safari reps Jamaica. Like, he reps his country now. If he don't do nothing else, he might have a lot of shit with him and a whole lot of other things, but Safari definitely reps his country. He told stories about the flag, the colors of the flag, what they represent. He talked about Kite Day and what it represented, and they were all out there flying their kites. On the bus on the way there, Erica ended up apologizing to Kimbella for some shit that happened on Love and Hip Hop 20 years ago. She said she was wrong. They tried to get her to apologize or at least talk to Sin. She was like, I don't need to talk to Sin. They were like, well, will you apologize to Jonathan? Nope, I don't owe him no. I don't owe nobody an apology except for Kim Bella. And like I said, they apologized and they hugged it out, and that was pretty much the end of that child. Now, while they were on the beach, Shekinah was doing what Shekinah does best: complain. And Erica, it was funny because it looked like Erica was really trying to fight her, but Erica wasn't really paying her no attention. They were trying to get her to laugh and try to get her to get that stick out her ass, but Shekinah is Shekinah's child. Rich tried to have a conversation with Cisco. You drinking too much, you wilding out. Like, I know, like, what's going on with you? Like, you was really tripping last night. Do you realize what you said to Sin? Do you realize you was trying to, insinuate that Sin was trying to make you jealous? And, like, Cisco was like, man, it's no big deal, man. I'm just, I ain't know. Like, the energy is just weird. And Rich was like, you're the one making the energy weird. Like, do you not understand that you're the one making the energy weird? Like it's you. Child, Cisco, there's something wrong with him. I don't know. So then we finish up at the beach. We get back to the main place, to the pool area, and guess who's there? The good guy, Stevie J. He's there, and of course he says, "Listen, things ain't going too well right now with my marriage, but it's all good. I'm here to, I wanted to be here for the family reunion, hang out with my peeps, yada yada yada." So, Safari performed, whatever. So he ends up apologizing to Mimi with, of course, Shekinah, adding her 2 cents. You owe Mimi an apology. You owe Mimi an apology. And he apologizes to Mimi. But listen, Mimi was like, listen, I have gotten more than my fair share of apologies from Stevie J. At this point, I really don't give a damn about his apologies. I want him to just be real in who he is, stand by it, stop giving my daughter pipe dreams, be be an attentive father. And it is what it is. Like, at this point, his apologies really don't mean a whole lot to me. Bobby tried to talk to Zell to get Zell to apologize or talk to Jonathan. And Zell is like, I don't have time for it because Jonathan got a sob story. Every time I look up, Jonathan got a sob story and I ain't trying to be here for it. I don't want to hear it. So then, that night, Shekinah's hosting and they having a bonfire. Now, they really ain't had no whole bonfire. They really just had a fire pit. One of them like little fire pits when you outside by the pool and they had like a little fire pit. Yeah. But Shekinah said, we're here to have to settle for healing. I'm sorry, we're here for healing. We're here to heal. And she said, I'll start off. And she basically apologized to everybody she had been mean to the whole time and explained why she was mean to them. And then they kind of opened up the door and again, Stevie J apologized. Cisco made while Shekinah was apologizing, Cisco made a comment that he don't know why Sin, that ain't how it happened with the song. And Sin was like, what you mean that ain't how it happened? Like, that's how I remember it happening. So when Sin got up to sort of tell her story and talk about what we really wanted her to talk about the night before, Erica comes out. And Shekinah is like, you gotta go. Like, you were hour late to my activity. Like, going back to where you came from. And, of course, the minute Erica showed up, Sin shut down and they had nothing to say. So Shekinah tried to get them to make up. She tried to get them to talk to each other. And, sorry about that. Shekinah tried to get them to talk to each other. But like Sin said, sometimes everything ain't meant to be made up. Like, everybody can't make up. It is what it is. The situation is what it is, and we moving on. So then she had everybody write their wishes on a sheet of paper and then put it in the fire, and then it went up in the air. And so that was cool. Some people shared theirs, some people didn't. Like, Zell had apologized to Mimi because he said that he used to style Mimi, and then him and Mimi got into it because when he started styling bigger artists, I feel like he maybe got a big head, and he said that just some things went down on Instagram, but that he misses Mimi because him and Mimi were really cool at one time. So he apologizes to Mimi and she accepts. Now he says one of his desires is he wants a wife and kids, and he said that might be a surprise to some people, but that's always been a desire of mine. Like, I don't know why that surprises people. Like, that's what I've always wanted. So yeah, that was Booby said that his wish is he wants to be like Nipsey Hussle in his neighborhood down in Houston and really like develop the block. He said that's something that he really wants to do. And so everybody sort of shared a little bit, and I thought it was a nice way. Like for real, they could have ended it with this. Like I thought that was really sweet, and it was a really nice way to end the moment, for the exception of Erica's ass. I feel like she was high or drunk or whatever, because she was definitely like, she said, "I'll apologize to people over something real," but that Instagram thing wasn't real. And I'm like, what wasn't real about it, Erica? Like, explain it to us so we understand that it wasn't real. But anyway, that was pretty much the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.